I made it work. I'm a little rusty, but...
Hello, boys! I'm back!
Now, see, that was just terrible, because that's not supposed to play through the speakers. And I know better, but that's okay. I'm fighting my system here. Once in a while. And that's the whole point. So I've got a quick story for you, and just share it for a second. By the way, the chat is open. I can actually see it, so, which is cool. And my dog's outside the door like, Daddy, let me in. Anyhow, if you got a question or comment, drop it in the chat. Quick story for you. I heard about a guy that he wanted to go to the gym. And he'd get up, he'd grab his gym bag, he'd drive over to the gym, he'd go in the gym, put on his clothes, walk on the treadmill for 3 minutes, turn around, change his clothes, and go home. That was his whole game plan. And the first time, he did that, nobody really noticed, but by the end of the first few days, somebody's like, dude, why are you doing that? Like, you are legitimately not getting any real measurable benefit to your workout for walking on the treadmill for 3 minutes. And the guy had the perfect response. He said, I'm not here to train my body yet. I'm here to train my brain and my body that I go to the gym. That's it. That was his entire goal. Show up. Just show up. Every single day, same time, show up. Then, once you got that consistency and you've got it in your head that this is what I'm doing, then you can work on making progress. And I relay that because, look, I've been off the grid, had a couple of deals, several deals going, and I've been busy. And I'm still not feeling great, but whatever, it is what it is. So I've been fighting my way through that. Functionally enough, not great, but functionally enough. And but I've gotten busy. Things have just kind of scattered, like they shouldn't, but they did. That's what happens when you get busy. Things fall by the wayside. And this did too. And I didn't like that. So, I carved out a little bit of time, and I figured now is a good time to be doing this.
Beautiful Saturday morning, John. What the hell else have we got to do?
That's from one of my favorite movies, Thomas Crown Affair. I love that movie. Like Pierce Brosnan, perfection in that movie. I had to put it in my headphones so I can actually hear it too, because I like to hear my own clips and memes and such. Anyhow, so yeah, I figured I'd come back. I'd hop on here. This is not going to be a long session, even though, dear God, there's been a lot going on. I got good stories to tell too. Some really good stories to tell. But yeah, I was working with one client, and he was buyer client, and that one fizzled out. So
bye, Felicia.
Yeah. That one's a no-go. But one of the things that I've learned in my vast amount of years on this planet is, and I love this quote, I say it every time I get the chance. The quote was from the Dalai Lama, and he said, when you lose, don't lose the lesson. Oh, Mom says she missed my broadcast. Thank you, Mama. I appreciate the support. It's always wonderful my Mama hops on here. Actually, my father-in-law does pretty often too, which is awesome. But yeah, so one of the quotes from the Dalai Lama is, when you lose, don't lose the lesson. And I try to take every, I'm not going to call it a loss, but maybe a setback, or, something doesn't go exactly as expected. All right, cool. How do I make things better? How do I avoid this circumstance again in the future? And again, one of my favorite quotes comes from, of course, Top Gun.
A good pilot is compelled to always evaluate what's happened so he can apply what he's learned.
Oh, yeah, that one. Oh, yeah, gets you right there, doesn't it? But it's true. There's a lot to it that whatever step you take, if something doesn't go as expected, what can you learn from it? What can you take away? What can you say, I'm going to do this differently next time? And I got a real long list of that stuff now. And, you know, the flip side is other things have gone great. So, you know, it's how do I get more of the great stuff and less of the not so great stuff? So I keep building in systems and processes and working on things. And one of the things that I came back to, I sat down the other day. Ooh, yeah, I got a little something for you. You ready for this one? This past week, I transitioned to a Linux operating system on my laptop. Not that kind of transition. I transitioned to Linux on my laptop. My laptop is like 10 years old. And back then it was, you know, kind of low, middle, like pretty middle. It was mid-grade. It was good. It wasn't super fantastic. It wasn't a gaming laptop or anything. But you know, 10 years on, it's feeling pretty dated, runs a little slow. And I decided, you know what? I still want to be able to use it. I'm learning to despise Windows because every time I hop on the good computer here, it's always fussing at me. Hey, I don't like this. I don't like that. Fine, cool, whatever. Just leave me alone and do what you're supposed to do, Windows. It doesn't want to do that. So I've been looking at Linux. I was like, all right, I'm going to do it. So let me tell you, there's a lot of headaches. One of them, number one, my USB was actually too large. So I had to get more USBs. I got cute little USBs now, and they work. And yeah, so I put Linux Mint on there, and then the laptop, it requires special handling to get it to boot into the BIOS and accept a USB. It was a nightmare. The whole thing was like, I gotta Google this, just day after day of that. So anyhow, yeah, but I finally got it on there, and I gotta tell you, I struggled to try and, I mean, the first day was like, all right, we're gonna do learning curve here. Like, I understood that going in. And then I played around with it a little bit, and all right, cool, I want this, I want that. I want to be able to run this stuff or do this thing. And it struck me, like, I had to sleep on it to come up with, you know, how I wanted to describe the experience. Compared to Windows, Linux is frictionless. You tell it to do something, it's like, cool, it's done. You're like, but what about this or that or the other? No, man, no, it's done. What do you want? You want to use it now? Yeah, okay. It doesn't fight you with anything, which is really strange coming from Windows, because, you know, everybody knows what Windows is like. Oh, you got to do this thing. Oh, now you got to do this. Now you got to do that. Nah, man, you go on Linux to the software store. I want OBS. Click install. Done. Okay. So eventually, I'm going to, I'm very quickly becoming a Linux fanboy. I'm not going to lie about it. It has been a great experience transitioning over to Linux on the laptop. It's not real powerful. I know, like, one of my big things was to be able to run OBS on it, which is what I'm streaming with right now, because I want to be mobile. Oh, Joel Spurney's on here, dude. Haven't heard from you in forever. We got to catch up offline, dude. That's amazing. I love this little chat thing too. Howdy, Joel. Yeah, we totally got to catch up. Joel and I have known each other since we were like, you know, like knee high to a grasshopper. He's tuning in from Japan. That's amazing, dude. My wife and kid were just in Japan over Christmas, and they absolutely loved it. They were totally geeked out over, like, number one, the obviously there was cultural differences, but they were good cultural differences, and then the price of everything was so cheap. So I got a funny for you. William's got a little the medical thing. I'm not going to go knee deep into that. But anyhow, he needs to see a gastroenterologist from time to time. And every once in a while, something will set him off. He really needs a gastroenterologist. So they were in Japan, something set him off, and he's like, oh, yeah, I gotta go. It was their, like, New Year's Eve. And they showed up to the hospital, and they're, like, trying to use Google Translate on the phone to describe what's going on. And they're like, it's okay. We are the best in the world at this. We can fix you, right? So, but they said it's a holiday. And, you know, it's going to be more. It's more expensive because it's like the super big holiday. It's 3 times the price. Is that going to be okay? And what are you going to let the kid die on the sidewalk? Of course, you know, whatever it is, we're going to pay for it. We got the insurance. Cool. So that's what they did. And they got all done and got got their receipt and they're like, we're so sorry that it's triple the rate, but you know, we told you, but we're so sorry that it's triple the rate. My wife looked at it, $286 is what it wound up being for emergency room treatment on New Year's Eve in Japan. And she was like, no, like that's not expensive. We're good. So yeah, it's definitely a great exchange rate. And then when they were coming back, they flew into Toronto, and so like they're getting like meals for $3 or $5 in Japan. Like not just, you know, hey, here's a sandwich out of a machine. But I mean, they had machines with good sandwiches, and those were like really cheap. But like for $5 or $7, you get a really amazing meal. So when they were flying back, they'd do a 24-hour layover in Toronto. They went out to like whatever it was. It was like what would traditionally be a cheap restaurant, and it was like $50. They're like, what the hell? Like Canada was so bloody expensive, and Japan was so inexpensive. So yeah, they loved Japan, dude. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he says, but Japan 3x the normal price is still ridiculously cheap. Yeah, he believes it. Yeah, it's totally true. Like, so much of the stuff there was amazing and extremely affordable, which that's not the image I've got in my mind of Japan, because you know it's all like there's Planet Tokyo, Blade Runner kind of stuff, like really amazing, you know, cyberpunk kind of thing. And she's like, no, everybody was just delightfully friendly, everything was super affordable, everything was nice. She said it was a little different than the US because there's less pressure to be to do the social graces thing of small talk and that kind of stuff. They were very much more transactional, which is a little bit of a culture shock. Once you get used to it, they're like, you know, hey, what do you want? Okay, like that's cool. Like it's not rude, it's just cool. He said, yeah, this is why December will put me at 30 years in country. Dear Lord, man, 30 years in Japan. Holy crap. Where are you at? Are you, because they went to Tokyo and Kyoto, and they took the bullet train in between. They can say the words. I can't say the words. I butcher the words. But man, if they go back, like if we go back, I'll have to look you up, man. That's awesome. Like that's like hanging with a local who actually speaks English, you know, like first language is English. That's awesome. Anyhow, yeah, we're catching up about Japan. I didn't expect that. Misawa, way up north. Man, you're up near the air base, huh? Or are you on the base? We'll check that out. But yeah, that was like, I had a buddy of mine who got stationed in Japan. He's like, it was wonderful. Cool. It was like, it's always been on kind of my to-do list. It would be nice, but like cultural, like language wise, it was too big of a shock. But you know, hey, we got these stupid things now. Like, they'll translate for you, right? And a lot of people there did try and, like, they were reasonable with being able to speak English. So, you know, you kind of muck your way through, but, you know, it was, they didn't seem to have any problems at all. And that's delightful. I mean, aside from having to go to the doctor, because, like, there's conversational Japanese, and you know, kind of, you know, you do your bow and ask for things or use Google Translate. But man, when it's medical, all bets are off. Like, I struggle to talk to American doctors about stuff because they're like, yeah. So I don't know how they managed that, but they did a great job. So, but yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd love to go up and see the areas around the Air Force bases up there. But anyhow, so yeah, where am I? Oh yeah, I have other funny story coming out of the past couple of weeks, which I'll be doing a longer, I don't know, broadcast episode, something to talk about this. Had another deal, and the thing in it. Say hi to Linda. Right on. So my mom said, Joel, my mom said to say hi to your mom. How? Only on my live stream would something like this happen, but it's cool. That's what I'm here for. So anyhow, I did have a thing come up during this last deal, and the funniest thing was I had to explain this to somebody, because this is just how my brain works. Like, you see, I drop memes and clips all the time. It's just how the gray matter kind of stuff spews things out. It's how I process things. Anyhow, but yeah, we had a lender who, well, I'm not gonna like call him out or hate on him. He wasn't real good about talking about stuff or being informative or trying to do things, at least not to everybody's satisfaction. We had 7 of us sitting around the table going, come on, man, do something. And somebody said during it, you should really chew him out. And I said, look, I learned my lesson from Roadhouse.
I want you to be nice until it's time to not be nice.
And that was me. I was going to be nice until it was time to not be nice. And I was a little slightly not nice to this dude. And thank God the other agent was on the line with me, because they were like, dude, that was fine. That was very reasonable and not uncalled for. I'm like, okay, cool. Because I know I can go nuclear if I need to. I didn't. It was all good. So, but yeah, that one's got some really crazy stories to come out of it. And I'm looking forward to sharing that. And I'm looking forward to doing more of this. Joel says, will do. Tell your mom I said hi as well. This is awesome. Who would have thought, right? I love this. Yeah. Like Joel and I, dude, if I think about it, man, we've known each other for 45 years. Oh my God, that's crazy. That is crazy to even think about. So yeah. Then the families have known each other, obviously. That's a long story too. But anyhow, long story short. Oh yeah, I got one more thing. Because, I already did the Top Gun thing. This is Memorial Day weekend. This is not a thank you for your service weekend. That's Veterans Day. That's for those of us that are still on the green side of the sod. Memorial Day is for the people who aren't on the green side of the sod. I love social media because you got to censor yourself about everything. I mean, horrible things go on all around the world. Oh, the news can talk about that all they want to, but we got to censor ourselves. Anyhow, but no, Memorial Day, it's somber. It's for those that didn't make it home or, didn't make it through. So, it's okay. Like, if you happen to slip up and thank a veteran for their service, they're not going to, most of them won't be mean to you about it, but it's not a happy day for a lot of vets. Just be respectful of that. On the other hand, if you got plans, that's what everybody else does. It's gorgeous weather right now. And 3-day weekend and all that. My dog's like, I want to go out and do stuff. But anyhow, just remember, the reason for the season, for lack of a better term, it's not necessarily all going to be a happy day for veterans or their family members who lost them, or lost friends and family. It's a big day for a lot of things. And, the VAs, the VA cemeteries, they're all going to be doing events. I'm not one for dealing with events because there's people. I don't like people. I like individuals. Don't like crowds of people. Nope. Disney is my own personal version of hell. It's okay. Not to say I haven't been, but it's just not my thing. So, but anyhow, just realize that it's not necessarily a happy day. But then again, everybody else is going to be out, 3-day weekend, having a great time. By the way, Tuesday's a recovery day. So you're going to show up to work and you're going to do the minimum possible. We ought to just call it a recovery day. But just think about that, because,
I could have been at a barbecue!
Right? Want to go to a barbecue. Anyhow. Oh, and see that there we go. So another Joel says H ain't nothing but a number. Thank you for your service, Zach. Thank you for your support, Joel. I appreciate that, man. We got to catch up offline, but it's so great to connect with you on here. And Mom says my grandmother took good care of Joel, and it's true. So we get that family connection. It's amazing. And then my father-in-law is like, hey, I didn't know you were going to broadcast this evening. Truth be told, I didn't know either. I did some sprucing up around here. It was time. It was spring cleaning. I was a little bit behind on that one. I just couldn't stand it anymore, the clutter and the mess. And I wanted to move my computer up to the side desk over here and shuffle some stuff around and do some stuff. And I'm like, everything's clean and I need to be recording more. And one of the things that initially set me on this path was one of my favorite TV shows is Frasier. Because I don't care if it is dated and some of the jokes aren't funny now or whatever. Yeah, that show is still hilarious. But in my mind, that's what initiated all of this, was like, look, Frasier did a 3-hour broadcast every day. He was far more eloquent than I will ever be, but whatever. Plus, he had phone calls, but I've got chat messages. But yeah, like I can find a topic and riff on it for a little bit. And that's what this was. It's a way to get to connect with people and to put content out. Actually, speaking of which, I just saw a good video, short video from Alex Hormozy, and he was talking about, putting out content, and he was asking his buddies, like, dude, like, I post a couple of times a day on a couple of different platforms. Why am I not getting much traction? His buddy's like, I post 10 times a day on 5 different platforms. He's like, holy shit. So it's not doing it, it's the volume that you have to do. And he's like, yeah, you get better results with more volume. So more volume means creating more content, and more content means doing more of this. And I got another, some of y'all have seen this so far, but I got another little secret weapon that I'm really excited about. Matter of fact, it's right here. Hold on, let me grab it. Try not to break stuff while I'm doing this. Where'd it go? There it is. So I got this great little pack now. Crossbody bag. And this is my new precious. This is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. And as I said on the forum, I called it. 2 weeks after I bought it, they came out with the Pocket 4. It figures. It figures. So, but anyhow, one of the things I got going on with this, I was struggling. Because like you can connect it to your phone through Wi-Fi, but if you do that, then it won't let you turn on the hotspot, so you can't live stream. It's like, man, this is stupid. Like, you're supposed to be able to live stream from it. And I managed to do it a couple of times because the place I was at had Wi-Fi, so I could Wi-Fi daisy chain. I got lucky trying to figure it out. I was just reading on the forums this week. They're like, yeah, if you connect your phone to it with a USB cable, you can live stream directly from the Osmo. So I got the parts in my Amazon cart to put 2 together, still handhold it in a convenient package. Then I can live stream from any place. So anyhow, point being, I'm going to be doing a lot more of this. I want to get my podcast relaunched, which means a little bit more tuning on the computery stuff, because the computery stuff is really the problem. It's trying to get the audio to work with the guests. That's a problem. And I had it sorted, and now I'm not sure if I still have it sorted. And part of what I want to do is, and I just have to work through it. It's going to take me a day, but I got my tablet set up to control all of this stuff. So, and yeah, I can show you. See, there you go. There's the memes. Here, let's do this one.
Hello, boys! I'm back!
So you see, I just push the button and things happen. And this is a great little program called Touch Portal. Love this thing. I can do a lot of custom stuff with it, including running a lot of the back end of this. But what I'm trying to do is, number one, make it work correctly for bringing guests on, and number 2, to create a button so I can switch from the profile of running solo to having a guest on, and it's just one button to go between the two. There's a lot of back-end stuff that needs to happen in order to make that happen. But if I can figure it out, and for lack of a better term, try and script it, I can make this do it, and then I won't miss any steps, and I can do this a lot easier and more reliably. Because there's like 8 steps to running this just solo. And yeah, I forgot 2 of them, because it's been a while. But anyhow, that's the game plan. Joel says, Hormozy is a beast. I have one of those Osmo 3s too. That stupid little thing is so amazing. And I bought the extra filter kit, because one of the filter, first of all, I like the CPL. For those of you who aren't experienced, that's a circular polarized lens, which doesn't mean anything to anybody, but it works like sunglasses, and it cuts out the glare on the water. And if you're not around water, it makes the colors very rich. And I love that. So I got one set for that, and then the other one I got was the wide angle. I got 4 in that kit. Well, the other one I got was the wide angle because I'm in real estate. Wide angle on a gimbal handheld, yeah, that's amazing for doing real estate videos. And yeah, I got my camera. My traditional camera is a little long in the tooth right now. It doesn't have a lot of the features that I like, but I do have the good gimbal for it. But yeah, to be able to just grab that bag and go any place and do whatever I want to, create content easily, live stream content easily, once I get that other part. Yeah, that's amazing. So yeah, the Osmo 3 is just, it's such a game changer for me. Excuse me. And I was waiting. I wanted that, but I was waiting. And now that I've got it, I'm like, I need to go do stuff, and I just haven't had time to go do stuff. So that's on the to-do list. I also had another really good idea that I'm working on for the upcoming couple of weeks. Like, I've got some content I want to film, and I know exactly how and where I want to do it, and it's going to be great for me for doing what I want to do, how I want to do it, where I want to do it. It's simple, easy, effective, but I wouldn't be able to do it without the Osmo. That's all there is to it. So yeah, that thing is just, it's such a game changer. If you're another real estate agent, you don't want an Osmo 3. No, just go get you like a GoPro, like 2nd generation GoPro. You'll be fine. No, that Osmo was good. It's just, geeks me out so much. So anyhow, let's see. We've covered Memorial Day. Couple of little other bits. Got the Osmo. Gonna be out there live streaming and doing some other content creation, other spots. Like I said, I keep wanting to add to my kit, and I'm like, but less is more. But then sometimes more is more too, because the more that I've got, the more I can do. And that's kind of important to me, to be able to go, there's a shot I wouldn't be able to get any other way. I got the Osmo, let's do this. So the one that I'm struggling. I can't justify the money for it because it's like $200, and it's a little wheeled dolly that you can mount cameras on. And with the Osmo, it's so light, you can put, like a selfie stick on there or whatever. And it's little motorized wheels, and you can drive it with your phone and, make orbits and shit. And I'm like, man, for solo content creation, I go sit on a park bench and have it like do a nice sweeping shot of me. I'm like, oh, that sounds so good. I just can't justify $200 on it. I just can't. It's driving me nuts, but I'm like, I just can't do it. So, but yeah, otherwise, my kit's pretty good. Like I said, if I can get that other thing so I know I can live stream, that's going to be a game changer, because I want to be able to live stream from houses, from properties that I'm showing, or, hosting an open house at, because then I can do something like, I don't know, you tell me if this sounds like a good idea, something people might be interested in. A virtual open house. Run an ad a few days ahead of time. Hey, join me at this open house. I'll walk you through. Maybe have a little fun giveaway of an Amazon gift card if you spot the 5 words that I've got hidden around the place. Something like that. But, with that setup, I can do that. And from what I've seen on these virtual open houses, you can get a lot of people in on it. I mean, heck, I got people on this broadcast. I didn't expect anything to happen tonight. I was going to click go, do my 4 things I wanted to hit, and be out. No, but that's okay. I find this fun. I really, really do. So, and it's great to get to reconnect with everybody like that. At no point when I was thinking about this, and I think I would be talking to Joel in Japan about the Osmo 3 and telling him to tell his mom to say hi from my mom, and tell my mom that he said hi. This crazy. I love this. Such is the power of the internet and a live broadcast. But yeah, this is fun. I want to get back into this. There's a lot going on in the world, yes, but I try to always stay on the positive side of things, because you get plenty of the negative elsewhere. But I do have some other good stuff coming up. I met some people outside of my local grocery store and they were from the ASPCA, and I'm like, man, I gotta give them props. And so I whipped out the Osmo, did a quick video with them. It's in the editing machine ready. I want to publish it. I'm going to get it all set up and drop it on the end of the month. Give Morius. Oh, okay. Hey, look, that one's a spam message. Can I ban that one? No, I can't. Well, not easily, not from you. Let me pop over here. Oh, no. That's not going to work. Nope, I can't do it over here. Dang it. All right, well, give Morius, you're going to get ban hammered as soon as I can figure out how. So anyhow, on that note, enjoy your 3-day weekend. Remember, it's Memorial Day. It's not necessarily a happy day for everybody, but it is kind of nice to have a 3-day weekend for a lot of people. I mean, weekends are when I work. But a lot more good stuff coming up soon. And yeah, it's kind of together. I think it looks halfway decent now. It's a very functional setup for me. So, like I said, Osmo, I got 2 little things to fine tune, and I'll be doing a lot of live streams from that too. Kind of look forward to that. Oh, hey, it's 8 o'clock. I gotta get out of here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for joining me this evening. I'm probably not going to drop Fraud Friday tomorrow. I really have to put some stuff together and hurry to do Military Monday on Monday, Memorial Day. Not saying it won't happen, just probably won't. But anyhow, I will be restarting this and doing more and more often, and hopefully shorter time frames, but this is great. Joel, thank you very much, dude. I look forward to catching up with you offline, man. Like, this is so cool. I am so geeked out over this. Oh, good. Shoot me a message, dude. I appreciate it. And thanks for hopping in here. I appreciate all the support, and this has been wonderful, but it's time for me to bounce. I got other things to do tonight, but I appreciate you joining me, and I will catch you all a little bit later. Thanks for joining me this evening. I hope you found it entertaining, maybe even informative. If you have questions, please email them to podcast@zackkidd.com, and I'll include the response in the next live stream. Until then, I'm Zack Kidd, Realtor, Clearwater, Florida, signing off.